Have you ever looked at a plant you love and wished you could grow more of it without buying new seedlings, going to a nursery, or spending a single penny? What if I told you that almost a NY plant branch can grow roots very quickly if you use one simple technique? Yes, that's right. Rosemary, fig, grapevine, lemon, even tomatoes, all of them can become brand new plants right in your own home. And the best part, you don't need soil, special equipment, or gardening experience. Just a little patience and a cup or bag of clean water. In today's video, I'll show you the easiest, most reliable way to turn branches into healthy new seedlings. This method has helped me multiply my plants again and again, and once you try it, you'll be amazed at how simple it really is. We'll walk through each plant one by one, break down what you need, how long rooting takes, and what to do once roots appear. So grab your cuttings, get comfortable, and let's grow a whole new garden together, the easy way. Let's begin with one of the most popular herbs, rosemary. If you've ever bought rosemary seedlings from a nursery, you probably know they can be a bit pricey. But the truth is, rosemary is one of the easiest plants to multiply from cuttings. Start by selecting a few strong branches from your rosemary bush. Look for fresh, green, flexible stems, roughly 20 to 30 centimeters long. Using clean scissors, cut as many branches as you want new plants. Now, here's the important part. The lower 8 to 10 centimeters of the cutting must be stripped of leaves. Just pinch off those little rosemary needles with your fingers. This clean section is where the new roots will grow. If you leave leaves under water, they'll rot, so make sure the lower part is smooth and clean. Once you have your cuttings prepared, all you need is a small plastic bag or cup filled with water. Rainwater works beautifully, but tap water is also fine. Place the stripped section into the water and keep the cup in a warm spot with bright, indirect light. And now we wait. Rosemary is a patient plant. Once your cuttings are in water, the magic starts beneath the surface. At first, nothing seems to happen. The water stays clear, the stems look the same, and you might wonder if it's working. Don't worry, this is completely normal. During the first week, the cuttings focus on healing the bottom wound. By week 2, tiny white bumps will begin to form. These are the early root initials, a sign that the cutting is alive and preparing to grow. By week 4, you should see strong white roots forming nicely. Rosemary generally needs 4 to 8 weeks to root, depending on temperature and light. Just remember, keep the cuttings warm, but don't place them in direct sunlight. Strong sun can heat the water and damage the stem. Once the roots reach a few centimeters long, your cuttings are ready for soil. Gently transfer them into small pots with light, airy soil. In a few weeks, they'll start growing new leaves, and before long, you'll have a whole collection of new rosemary bushes. This simple water rooting method isn't just easy. It saves money and lets you share seedlings with friends and family. Whether it's herbs like rosemary, trees like figs, or vegetables like tomatoes, water propagation is a beautiful way to multiply your garden for free. Now let's talk about figs, a plant that surprises many gardeners. They root extremely fast, but today I want to show you a slightly unusual method, rooting the branch while it's still attached to the tree. Start by selecting a healthy branch. Using a sharp knife, make a diagonal cut halfway through the branch, not all the way. The goal is to wound the branch so it forms roots at that point while still receiving nutrients from the main tree. Once the cut is made, gently open it a bit. Now take a small plastic bag and fill the bottom with water. Carefully place the wounded section inside the bag. Wrap the bag tightly around the branch so the cut is submerged and secure it with a tie. It might look strange, a fig branch wearing a tiny water bag, but trust me, this works beautifully. In less than 4 weeks, fig roots begin to appear inside the bag. Because the branch is still connected to the tree, it stays strong and well fed. When your fig cutting has developed a healthy root system, it's time to remove the bag and free your new seedling. Carefully cut the branch completely below the rooted section. Be gentle, these young roots are delicate. Once removed, rinse the roots lightly with clean water. Don't scrub them. Then prepare a small pot with well-draining soil. Fig trees love loose, airy soil. Place the cutting into a small hole in the center of the pot. Fill around it gently, pressing the soil just enough so the cutting stands firm. Water it lightly. Remember, the roots are brand new and can drown if overwatered. Now place your pot in a warm, bright area, again avoiding direct sunlight for the first few weeks. Figs settle quickly. Within a month, your new fig plant will begin producing fresh leaves. From here, you can grow it in a pot or plant it in the ground later. Propagation like this isn't just useful, it can even become a small business. Fig seedlings are always in demand. Next up, grapevines. Compared to figs, grapevines take a little longer, but they root beautifully if you give them time. Begin by selecting healthy grapevine cuttings, preferably woody stems from the previous season. Cut pieces about 20 to 30 centimeters long, making sure each has 2 to 3 nodes. For this method, you can use plastic cups. Fill the cups halfway with clean water and place your cuttings inside, making sure at least one node stays underwater. Grapevine cuttings need slightly more patience. While rosemary roots in a few weeks, grapevines may take up to 6 to 10 weeks, but the wait is worth it. Slowly, you'll see tiny white roots emerging from the nodes. They start thin, but as time passes, they become long, strong, and perfect for planting. Once the roots reach about 3 to 5 centimeters, your grapevine cuttings are ready for soil. Transplant them outdoors or into pots. Keep the soil moist but not soggy, and protect the new plants from strong sunlight in the first few days. Soon, you'll be growing your own grapevines, a rewarding journey for any gardener. What about lemon cuttings? Yes, they can also be rooted in water, just like rosemary and grapes. Begin by choosing fresh, healthy branches from a lemon plant. Remove the lower leaves, leaving only a few at the top. Place the clean section of the stem into a cup or bag of water. Lemon cuttings root slowly, sometimes very slowly, so don't worry if nothing happens for several weeks. Just keep the water clean and the cutting warm. However, there's something important to know. Rooting a lemon cutting gives you a lemon plant, but it does not guarantee fruit production. To get lemons like the ones from the parent tree, you eventually need to graft the cutting onto a strong rootstock. Rooting gives you a healthy plant. Grafting gives you fruit. Even so, rooting lemon cuttings is an excellent first step. It teaches you how to work with citrus plants, and once your cutting grows strong, you can graft it later to produce fruit-bearing branches. Finally, let's talk about tomatoes. Tomatoes are one of the easiest plants to propagate. When growing tomatoes, you normally remove the small branches that develop between the main stem and side branches. These are called suckers. Instead of throwing them away, you can turn them into new tomato plants. Cut the sucker cleanly and remove any flowers that may have formed. Place the bottom of the cutting into a glass of water and watch how fast it grows. Tomato stems root extremely quickly. Within just a few days, white little roots will begin to appear. In 1 to 3 weeks, they become long enough to plant in soil. These new tomato seedlings can be planted directly into the ground for late-season harvests. They grow faster than seeds because they start with a mature stem. It's one of the simplest and most rewarding propagation tricks every gardener should know. Every new plant begins with a small cutting, a bit of water, and a gardener who believes in giving nature time. And once your plants grow strong, you can replant them, sell them, gift them, or turn your home into a green paradise. If you enjoyed learning how to grow more with less, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and tap the bell. Every bit of support helps us keep sharing simple gardening wisdom with you. Let's keep growing together, one cutting at a time. Thanks for watching.